friends, welcome to our breakdown of the new Mortal Kombat trailer. I am Alex Stadnick, joined today with Marcus Stewart and Brian Shea. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey!
Hello. Two of the biggest Mortal Kombat fans in the office, I would say.
Yeah. We fight over the right to that constantly.
Yeah, your fatalities are just okay, but we are going to break down the Mortal Kombat trailer today. And gentlemen, do we have a good video game movie on the horizon? What's happening here?
We're on a roll lately, honestly. Like, I know people were hot and cold on Sonic, but I for what that movie was, it was good. And, you know, Detective Pikachu was a load of fun. So I think that we have had a pretty decent track record over these last few years. So I have some confidence in this, especially now that we've seen this first trailer. But let's get to the trailer.
Let's do it. I think. There we go.
I like that it was approved for approved audiences.
Yeah.
Or appropriate audiences.
To capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there,
Look at that. That is so cool.
That is it. That is a great effect.
And I'm not trying to make a pun there, but
the target.
So that's Jax's origin story, I'm guessing.
don't need to see that anymore.
Yep, we're good on that front. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, the non-canonical character.
So is he going to be? You want to pause?
Yeah, let's pause.
Wait.
Let's pause to him like pulling his shirt down.
Okay.
That hot chest shot.
Oh,
He
yeah.
also talked over the best line in the entire trailer. It's a birthmark. What's that mean? He was born with it. Something along.
Usually how those things go. Yeah.
Listen, do we know who asked the question? It could be someone from Outworld who doesn't understand what birthmarks are. They don't have them there. But yeah, it's a really dumb
They're
question.
in an Earth MMA gym, so.
Now this is.
Yeah.
He is not part of the games, correct?
No, he is not.
No. This is Cole Young. He is I guess the protagonist of this thing, and I guess his backstory, from what I understand, is that he's like a down on his luck MMA fighter who is apparently has a destiny because he's got that sweet birthmark, which I don't understand. It seems like he's really mopey about that. I think if I was born with that, I would show that off constantly.
It also looks like it's very itchy, though.
That's true. And
yeah, it's
It
a little
looks more like a rash than a birthmark, to be honest.
kids in middle school
True.
are mean too. I feel like that could have been a problem too.
Though, if Mortal Kombat, the video games, are as cool in this movie's world as they are in our world, then I think the kids in middle school would be like, this is the raddest shit I've ever seen.
That's true too.
True.
Yeah.
I would wear a mesh shirt if I had that.
Yeah. So new to the franchise,
Not a birthmark, Cole.
but apparently it's
Oh,
not a
it's not a
birthmark.
I like Jack's insistence there. Like, not a birthmark, buddy.
All right.
Saw Molina there.
Reference a great tournament.
At first, I thought that was like a cave painting, and I was like, that's the best cave painting I've ever seen.
I think it's an invitation.
So I'm gonna guess this is the Hasashi clan, which is what Scorpion is a part of, given the rope work here.
As Mortal Kombat.
Oh, they said it. I love when they say the name of the movie in the trailer.
Well, to be
Switch it
fair,
up for.
it's a tournament called Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That is true.
Kano.
Kano got his laser eye.
Okay. I like the looks of the characters a lot.
I do. I kind of miss Raiden's hair, but everything else is fine.
I don't know how I feel about Jax's robot arms, though. The close-up looked a little rough.
Go back. Like I'm sorry.
You're good. Which
I didn't
part?
see. Do you remember how they looked at Annihilation? Do you think they're worse or better than that?
Oh, I've completely wiped Annihilation from my memory. That movie is
Okay,
so bad.
that's a pretty good state of being.
Let's see.
I mean, I love the first one, but that second one I think is universally garbage.
Yeah.
So you don't like Jax's arms here?
Like when they do the that looks fine there, but like when he looks at his hand, like it looks
Oh, like the
so yeah, like right there, it's like all right, that looks a little like Will Smith's
I
iRobot.
was about to say it.
it kind of reminds me of the scene in Terminator 2 where he cuts his arm
Yep.
off to show the family that he's a robot.
I
Oh
mean,
God, I might watch Terminator this
I was
weekend.
gonna say they did have Terminator in
Yeah.
11, right?
Yeah, he might be in
It's
this.
actually not Jax's arm. That's actually Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Exactly. Guest characters in the film. They're really committed to
God.
matching the games.
I love it.
People you put in the ground.
That's a good shot there with the sun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shots. Oh, go back to Molina.
I was gonna say I have a question about this. Are you guys? Because she doesn't have quite the crazy teeth that she does in the games. Are you guys okay with that?
I'm a little iffy. It doesn't. It looks less vicious and more like she just bit into a brick.
It almost looks Joker with like the blood on the side.
Yeah.
She doesn't have. Yeah, she doesn't have the full. Like I don't know what kind of work would go into making it look true to the games, but like I don't know. Like I don't hate it, but it's definitely the least faithful look of all the MK characters that we're seeing so far, I think.
And what was that?
I was just gonna say, do we think it's like part of the? Because you can't make a movie these days without making it a franchise. Maybe this is her start, and then there's something in the movie where the rest of her cheeks get ripped open or something like that. Like
maybe, but like the origin story is she's part Tarkatan. Yeah. I can never say the word. Baraka's race. She's part that.
Yeah, like she's created from like sorcery, so she's just like she's not even born as like a baby. She's a clone of Katana using Baraka's DNA, which is also the big thing with her inclusion is that Katana hasn't been confirmed at all, and it's weird to have her like present Molina and not have Katana confirmed since they're so joined at the hip.
But also Shao Kahn is also implied by the existence of Molina, so. There's a lot of things that Molina is like the connector to.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm just afraid that they might do what they did on Annihilation with Molina, where they just kind of had her show up with no explanation or preamble as to who she was. It was just pure fan service. It's like, hey guys, remember the Pink Ninja? She's here. So I'm kind of worried they might do that. Like, let's just throw her in there and not really do her big backstory. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm a little. Hit and miss,
a little iffy. I also thought you meant the Natalie Portman movie for a second. I was like, I missed a whole chunk of that movie, but alas.
All right, there's Shao Kahn.
We can go back to the big bad here.
Is that him or a statue? I thought it was a statue.
It looks like a statue, but at least now we know like they're at least thinking about the ways to implement him into this universe if they're going to make it a franchise, even if like Goro and Shang Tsung are the bad guys in this movie, like they were in the first Mortal Kombat game. But yeah, that looks like a statue or a heavily stylized shot of him as a person. But yeah, normally sitting up on a throne, like in like the big shots, Yeah,
he'll narrate the entire movie like he does in the first two games.
I just hope his laugh is intact.
Tells the audience that they suck.
Will truly be the Thanos of this Mortal Kombat franchise. If you guys can't tell, I'm not a Mortal Kombat guy, so I'm just trying to fill in where I can here.
Yeah. Also, sorry, if he's Shang Tsung, I found out recently the actor that plays him is the Chinese mobster from The Dark Knight.
Really?
Oh.
The one that Batman goes to like China to go get. It's him.
Oh
Same
yeah,
guy.
good call.
And who is it Kung Lao or Liu Kang is one of the actors of like the Power Rangers reboot movies, right?
Ludi Lin is Liu Kang. I didn't see the reboot, so I can't say.
I know that plane a long time ago, so I don't remember
the best way to watch
what
it
he even looked like. But I think I saw that he's from the Power Rangers movie.
Yeah,
so
I know Sub-Zero
kind of falling down onto the ledge back there. That right there. What is that?
It's like invisibility, right? Was it reptile?
It must be reptile because there is at
the end of the trailer. There's a lizard person.
Yeah.
So
no, kind of looks like claws on the left there. Boom.
That looks cool.
I guess I don't.
We got more.
I don't know.
Yeah, Goro.
Yeah, go back to that Goro real quick.
It's so good.
Because I was surprised to see him. Because I don't think he'd been talked about or confirmed for this, and they just put him right in the trailer.
Yeah. I'm not.
Look at that.
I don't know why I was going to this expecting like less than stellar like production value, but everything actually looks like it's like very well CGI put together. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some people say they're worried that there'll be too much CGI, but I think all of it looks pretty good so far. Like Goro obviously is not like the animatronic like he was in the original, but I mean, let's face it, technology has progressed a lot since the original. I remember what Reptile looked like originally in the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, I rewatched that movie over Christmas break, so my memory is like very fresh. Yeah, and I would say like this Goro looks pretty good. I still think the animatronic Goro has aged better than you would think, but I think a lot of it has to do with it being a real thing in the scene. But I mean, we'll know the true test if there's a generation of kids that watch this and have a phase of Goro nightmares, like I did when I saw that first movie as a kid.
Oh no!
So, yeah, that Goro is terrifying in that first movie, and this one looks pretty scary.
Yeah.
So is that the protagonist that he's jumping onto though?
Yeah, I couldn't tell who that was. I thought it was Jax at first because of the arms.
Go back.
Yeah, I thought it was a jab, but it's like, no, it can't be.
But like that looks like a full on. It looks like the arms aren't the metal part. It looks like he's in like an armor of some sort, doesn't it? Because like it's down his back, or am I just looking at it weird?
No, it looks like he's wearing an armor something. Like I bet
Johnny Cage.
See, he's the other one, and the other thing about Cole Young. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there seems to be a weird theory that people think Cole Young is Johnny Cage, which I don't buy at all, but people keep thinking that they're the same person and that there's going to be some sort of reveal where he like reveals it, like he takes on Johnny Cage as like a stage name or something.
He just puts glasses on and it's like, oh wow, it's him.
You can call me Johnny Cage.
He goes to the DMV after Batman sacrificed himself, says, oh, you should go by your real name, Johnny Cage.
Also, this fight
was so dope.
Yeah.
Like, this is the scene that kind of like sealed the deal of like, okay, they seem to have a handle on what they're working with here, because that's just like, they straight up did like an X-ray, basically.
They did, yeah, and even like the sound effects.
Also, go back to that get over here. What'd you guys think of that? I thought the voice was good. I think the cadence.
Yeah, isn't Ed Boon the one that screams it in the games?
Yeah.
It's no Ed Boon doing Scorpion, but you know what? It's sufficient. The voice sounds great, but yeah, he could put a little bit more oomph in it, I think.
Yeah. How many takes do you think went into that?
Oh. 3.
One and done.
All right, let's go shot by shot here because it goes rapid fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very quick.
It's like Molina gets blown apart there by Sonya.
Is that Molina?
I think so.
Someone's having a bad
I see
time.
Sonya. She's doing her arm laser thing from the games. But yeah, I think if you skip another frame, she's like laying on her back, and you can get a better look at her. But I think that's Molina.
It looks like Molina anyway.
Looks like she makes it through this movie totally fine.
And the blood is not human.
Does Mortal Kombat have the same thing where they just keep bringing characters back on crazy bases, like superhero movies? Okay.
That just happened with Molina, but like 11 specifically gave them the perfect excuse because it deals with time travel. So like Molina especially had an incredibly gruesome death in Mortal Kombat X, and then they just brought her back with time travel in 11. So
love it. Okay. Nothing.
So Scorpion stabbing a guy. Yeah. It's probably important.
Probably.
All right.
And there we go.
I don't know how I feel about if that's Reptile. I don't know how I like mini Godzilla from the 90s movie.
Sometimes I know they put together movies hoping people won't pause on a certain scene.
You think that's I mean, maybe it's like other reptiles like his race. I know in the games they're supposed to be basically extinct, but like this movie can kind of do it at once, I guess. Maybe it's just like his minions.
You know what? I would just rather have the palette swap ninja. Like, give me basically a variation on what we see with Scorpion and Sub-Zero's costume design and make him the ninja that was in the original games. I know that that Reptile has progressed beyond that. And now he's actually like a lizard person in most of the games, but like I'd prefer any of that over what this is. If this is actually Reptile.
This is King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh wow!
I'm sorry, we're watching the wrong movie.
Another HBO Max joint. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Real dead. It seems
as though Reptile gets his chest or his heart punched out by, is that Kano?
Looks like it's Kano. Because he holds it afterwards and he's real proud of himself.
A lot of holes being put into people in this movie.
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
I hope Kano speaks in third person the entire movie.
Entire time, yeah. We can only hope. Well, gents, that was the trailer. What did you like? Final thoughts or anything else you really want to hit on before we say goodbye?
it makes me want to replay the games, but unfortunately, Mortal Kombat 9 for whatever reason is not backwards compatible on modern systems. So I would have to start with MK10 and do 11 and into Aftermath. But I want to play the origin story now.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Actually, that game hasn't been ported at all because it's so good.
Right.
Yeah, this looks. I was excited for this movie, but more so at the idea of a new Mortal Kombat movie than what they were doing, even though I was following it. But now kind of, we've seen like the posters and the set photos, but like seeing it in action here, now I'm like genuinely excited and not even just cautiously optimistic. Like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be this excited about a video game movie, but like something like this trailer looks so good that it's like, I think I'm going to be allowed to hope. I'm going to allow myself to hope again.
And I'm excited for, like, they're not pulling their punches on like the action and the fight scenes and even the fatalities. Like, they're going for it. Like, it's going to be a Mortal Kombat movie through and through. It's not going to be the PG-13 interpretation of what a Mortal Kombat movie would be.
Yeah, because even that first movie, like it went as far as you could go with PG-13, and it was bloody in spots. But yeah, this is even I was surprised even in the trailer. I was like, wow, this is a pretty bloody trailer.
Like remember when they did Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and it had to be rated 18, I think, and it just felt not like Mortal Kombat. It's like, all right, well, Scorpion's in a DC movie now. That's what it felt more like. But you know what? This feels like Mortal Kombat. It looks like Mortal Kombat. The costume designs look awesome overall. Goro, even though he's CG, I think looks really good. And hopefully that's not Reptile.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed as we played it back, we didn't count that, but the scene where Liu Kang summons the fire dragon, that was Cabal that was on the receiving end of that.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I paused it and I saw, because I know he's in this movie, and I saw he was holding the hook blades.
Awesome.
There you go.
Well, folks, when did the movie even come out? April
16th. And they say experience in IMAX. I think not, but
I would love to.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a certain thing going on in the world right now that would make that a little difficult. But you can watch it on HBO Max, as the end card says here. I hope that goes away after we're out of COVID, but that's a whole nother show. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. As always, you can find our brilliant work at GameInformer.com and YouTube.com/GameInformer. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, not only to the YouTube page, but to the magazine. Helps us a lot. And you're going to read some of the best content in video games. Pure and simple. So thanks, gents. We'll see you next time. Bye.